How's it going, Databytes? No Data here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Roblox Assassin. We are here on Assassin because if you can't tell by the lobby, the Halloween event for Assassin is finally here. People have been waiting for this event for a pretty long time, but as you can see, it is finally here. We have a really spooky lobby. It is super cool. This Halloween event adds a lot of spooky limited time knives into the game, and this is part one of the update, and there is a lot to this update. So in this video, we are just going to go ahead and go through everything that is in this update, and we're also going to get some new knives because there are quite a few knives that we can get, so we're going to get some of them. But in this video, we are just going to go over the entire Halloween event. So if you guys are excited for this Halloween event for Assassin, then be sure to drop a like on this video. Helps out a whole lot. And guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Assassin videos in the future. And if you really want to support me, you can use star code purple when buying Robux and Roblox Premium. Roblox pays me when you use my star code, so it really helps me out to continue making these videos. Alright guys, and let's go ahead and get started. Now first of all, as you can see, we have some new maps. We have the rocket base right here. This is a permanent map. I believe it replaced the factory. So the factory has been removed, but the rocket base has been added, which is pretty exciting. And you will also see that we have a temporary Halloween map called the Haunted Forest. And here's the map right here, and it's literally graveyard. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this map is literally just the graveyard map. So if you guys played Assassin back in like 2017, you might remember the graveyard map. It was like a really open map with like tombstones and stuff, and well, this is basically that map. Straight up, this is the graveyard map. I don't know why it's called Haunted Forest. They even said on Twitter that this map is literally just a remake of Graveyard, so I don't know why they didn't just call it Graveyard, because honestly, like, this is a really OG Assassin map, and it would have been like a really nice callback to these old players if it was called Graveyard. So I don't know why they called it Haunted Forest. It's honestly really weird. I don't know. I'm just gonna call it the Graveyard map because that's what I'm used to. I'm just gonna call it Graveyard. Haunted Forest, I don't know, that name is just weird. So yeah, it's really cool to see that old map remade for this Halloween event. That's really cool. I feel like Murder Mystery 2 did a similar thing with Mineshaft. So I guess both Halloween events just brought back old maps, which is honestly really cool. And again, we have a new permanent map called the Rocket Base, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that when we get the chance. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the knives, because as you guys know, there are a lot of limited time knives for this event. So as always, we have the battle pass right here. Pretty much all events have a battle pass at this point. So we have 10 tiers. We can get them through gaining experience. And as you can see, we have a new exotic and a mythic from this battle pass. And that's limited time, so that's really cool, honestly. We'll go through the battle pass in a future episode of Assassin. We also have a limited time spooky bundle right here, so that gives us some new exotics. We got the Clown Bonk, we got the Jester as well. We also get an effect with this, so we have a full bundle here, which is really nice. We'll buy this in a future episode too. And guys, if you take a look at the elite case, you will see another limited time exotic called the Sinister Saber. So this is a pretty big deal, guys. We have another saber in Assassin. As you guys know, sabers were like really good back in the day. I don't think they're as good anymore, but like they're still really cool to collect. And as you guys know, for the summer event, we got the Solar Saber. So that was like the newest saber for the first time in like 4 years, which is pretty insane. Yeah, here's the Solar Saber right here for the summer event. And now for the Halloween event, we have another new saber. We have the Sinister Saber, which is pretty exciting. People have wanted a Halloween saber for like the longest time. Like, they've wanted a Halloween saber for years. So it's kind of crazy that we're finally getting a Halloween saber for Assassin. And yeah, this is a limited time exotic in the elite case. So you're gonna have to be a little bit lucky to get this exotic. And also guys, another permanent update that isn't necessarily related to this event. As you can see right here, we have some new clan prizes if your clan gets on the leaderboard. As you guys know, there were clan seasons every single week with some leaderboards for them. So if your clan is in the top 25 by the end of the season, you get this new mythic knife called the Diamond Slasher. And if you're in the top 10, you get this brand new dream knife called the Onyx Halberd. We will definitely show off these knives in a future episode. And last but not least, guys, for this event, as you can see, the coffee shop is finally open. So this is the first time in the lobby where the coffee shop is open, so we can go ahead and enter the coffee shop. And as you can see, it is a candy shop where you can exchange candies for a bunch of different items. So this is a new-ish concept for this event. So in this event, you can actually collect candies, which is really cool. This is something we have not been able to do for quite a while. So for those of you who are relatively new to the game, I'll go ahead and explain how you guys can get candies. So you can actually collect candies while you're playing around, and whenever you kill someone, they're actually going to drop a candy. And once they drop the candy, you can go ahead and collect that candy, either by walking up to the candy itself, or you could also throw your knife at the candy, and that'll count as collecting it as well. And when you kill someone, there is also a small chance for them to drop a fire candy, which if you pick that up, that is actually worth 5 candies. So there's a small chance that they will drop a fire candy. So if you see a fire candy, you're definitely going to want to grab that, because that is worth 5 candies, which is really nice. But yeah, basically the more kills you get, the more candies you will receive. Just remember to actually grab the candies once you kill someone. And once you collect candies, you can go ahead and go into the coffee shop and exchange those candies for some new prizes right here. But guys, if you have a lot of tokens saved up and you want to get some candies, you can actually go ahead and convert your tokens to get some candies. So as you can see, if you want, you can go ahead and get some candies. And as you can see, you can exchange 10 tokens for 1 candy. So you can go ahead and exchange as many tokens as you want for as many candies as you want. So if you don't really want to grind for candies and you saved up a bunch of tokens, you can just go ahead and get candies this way. And yeah, as you can see, I have a bunch of candies right here. So we are going to go ahead and get everything in this shop and just, you know, see what this shop has to offer. We've got a lot of different things here, varying from different prices. So let's go ahead and get some of the things in this shop. Let's go ahead and start with the cheapest one here. We can get the pumpkin plush for 30 candy. This is pretty simple, to be honest. Honestly, you only have to play like 1 round, and then you can just exchange your tokens and get this pet. It's really not that hard. And yeah, as you can see, it's literally just a common, which, to be honest, we have not gotten a common pet in a very long time. I think the last time was last year with basketball. So honestly, kind of crazy that we're getting a common pet. But yeah, here it is right here. And yeah, it's literally just a little pumpkin plush that follows you around. Not really too much else to say about it. So yeah, really cool pet overall. And again, we don't really have that many common pets anymore. I mean, obviously we've had a lot of new pets, but most of them just end up being rares. Like in the battle pass, yeah, we have quite a few pets, but as you can see, they tend to be rares and legendaries. So not a lot of common pets in the game anymore. But yeah, again, this is a super easy pet to get. Like, seriously, you only need to play like 1 round and you can exchange those tokens for candies and just get this. Like, you can literally get one of these every single round. It's kind of nuts. Now, if you want, you can also go ahead and exchange your candies for keys if you want. So you can exchange 75 candies for 1 key. And this is pretty nice, to be honest. As you guys know, using keys to open cases is sort of the cheapest way to open cases. Obviously, you can open cases with your tokens if you want, but that tends to be a bit more expensive. You're better off using keys. But the only problem is you can typically only buy 3 keys per time shop rotation. Once you buy a key in this rotation, you can't buy it a second time. So you can only buy 3, and then you have to wait for this timer to go to 0, and then you can get more keys. And, you know, you can also get a key each day by, you know, playing 10 rounds. So you can sort of use this to get keys whenever you want, which is kind of nice. But yeah, let's buy something else. I don't really need any keys at the moment. Let's go ahead and check out the gummy monster. So we can get this for 200 candies. I believe this is another pet, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, it's an exotic pet. That's kind of crazy, honestly. So yeah, for only 200 candies, you can get an exotic pet right here, the gummy monster. So here it is right here. As you can see, it is a blue monster that is covered in candies. Well, I guess the monster itself is like a gumdrop. And then you can see there's other candies in the monster. We have some candy corns. It seems to have lollipops for ears and a tail as well as a lollipop. And also, guys, as you can see, this pet does have an effect of its own. You can see some candy appearing and disappearing around the pet. We got the candy corns, the lollipops, and the little pink wrapper candies. So yeah, pretty cool to have another exotic pet with an effect. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and move on, and let's go ahead and get the effect. Now, as you can see, you can get a new knife effect for 300 candies, the sweet treats effect. I'm pretty sure you can only buy this one once, because, you know, it is an effect. Once you buy it once, you can go ahead and get a new knife effect, which is really cool. So there it is, the sweet treats. Let's go ahead and try that out. So here is the effect on my knife right here. As you can see, we have some pink clouds around the knife, and we can also see some candies appearing and disappearing around the knife, similar to the effect that the pet has. but this one seems to be a little bit faster. But let's go ahead and see what happens when you actually kill someone with this effect. All right, and as you can see, when you kill someone, they just turn into a bunch of candies and they just scatter on the floor, which is pretty funny, to be honest. So yeah, they just completely turn into candies. So that is pretty funny, to be honest. And again, the thing about effects is if you do not buy this effect, you'll never be able to get it again, because effects are not really tradable in Assassin. So if you do not get this effect, you'll never be able to have it in your inventory ever again. So yeah, do keep that in mind, and this is a pretty cool effect, so I recommend that you pick it up. All right, guys, so I believe that we are moving on to some exotic knives, starting with the Candy Kunai here for 350 candies. Let's go ahead and buy this one. I believe this is an exotic, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, this is an exotic knife, a new limited time exotic for this Halloween event. And here it is right here, the Candy Kunai. Let's go ahead and try that out. And here it is, guys, the Candy Kunai exotic. And as you can see, it's basically a candy corn as a knife. You can see the candy corn in the middle here, and it is surrounded by the metal knife part of it. You can see that we have the pink candy on the hilt right here. You can also see that the handle is a lollipop. So I guess these three candies just seem to be the theme for this event, because we've seen it a lot now. You know, the candy corn, the pink candy, and the orange lollipop. That seems to just sort of be the theme for this event, because, well, this knife is literally made of these three candies. My favorite part is definitely the handle and how it's literally just a lollipop. That's honestly really funny. And guys, remember that this is a limited time exotic, so it can be pretty valuable in the future once it becomes unobtainable. Oh, and by the way, here is the new permanent map right here, the rocket base. Again, this replaces the factory map. Pretty cool map overall. It's really cool. It's a nice open map, so that is cool as well. You can go to a lot of different places, many different elevations. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on. So another thing that you can get for 500 candies, I believe this is also an exotic. This is the Undead Arm exotic. Yeah, so here it is right here. That looks like a really creepy knife. So there it is. Let's equip that and let's try this thing out. All right, guys, so here it is, the Undead Arm exotic, and as you can see, it's literally just a severed hand as a knife. I think it's a zombie hand, given how green it is, but I'm not certain. And yeah, this knife looks absolutely sick. The way that you hold it is pretty cool. And yeah, it's basically just a hand as a knife. You can even see that the handle is the bone, which is pretty dark, to be honest. And you can also see a lot of blood on this knife as well. So the hand itself is green, and all that red stuff on it, yep, that's blood. A lot of blood on the fingers, on the back of the hand. You can also see that one of the fingers is chopped off. I think that's the ring finger. So the ring finger is chopped off for some reason. You can see that there is a lot of blood here on the wrist and at the top of the bone, because I mean, that's probably where the hand was chopped off, right? Or at least the skin of it was. I mean, the bone is still here. But yeah, honestly, this is a really cool knife and a really dark one. It's not often that we see a knife with this much blood on it. So it's honestly really cool to have this knife in the game. This definitely reminds me of the Void Hand. I think that was a Halloween pet from last year. Yeah, the Void Hand. I don't know, these just kind of give me similar vibes because they're spooky hands from Halloween, I guess. And again, this knife could end up being pretty rare in the future. Alrighty, guys, and last but not least, in the candy shop, we actually have a mythic knife, which is pretty crazy, and this costs 1,000 candies, so it does cost quite a bit. But you do get a really cool knife with it, the Count Bocula. Here it is right here, and let's go ahead and buy it. And again, this is a mythic knife, which is pretty insane. You definitely do have to save up your candies quite a bit, but yeah, here it is, guys, the Count Bocula mythic knife. So yeah, guys, here it is, Halloween 2022, the Count Bocula mythic. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and try this thing out. And yeah, right off the bat, you can kind of tell that this knife is a pun because, you know, Count Bocula and chickens go bok, so, you know, Count Bocula. And yeah, as you can see, it is a dark, edgy, spooky chicken. You can see that its eyes are glowing red, which is honestly really spooky. And you can see that it has a cape as well, which is honestly really cool. Now, obviously, we have a lot of different chickens in Assassin, but what's interesting is all the other chickens in Assassin came from Assassin Assassin Royale. So when Count Bocula was leaked, a lot of people assumed that we would get Count Bocula from winning in Royale mode, but that's actually not the case. You get it from the candy shop, which is pretty interesting. And actually, I think Assassin Royale is down at the moment because as you can see, no one is on the leaderboard. And yeah, when you go to the door, you literally can't even see the UI to join Assassin Royale. So I guess Assassin Royale is down at the moment. So yeah, we ended up getting Count Bocula in the candy shop, which is pretty interesting. So I believe this is a 6th rubber chicken in Assassin. Again, the other ones are from Assassin Royale, which you really can't get at the moment because Assassin Royale is down. But you know, first we have the rubber chicken. You get this from getting 1 win. And then we have the evil chicken, which you get by getting in the top 100 leaderboards for wins. And then we have the golden chicken, which you get by getting 100 wins total, just a grand total of 100 wins. And then we had some other event chickens. We had the Merry Chicken for winning an Assassin Royale during one of the Christmas events. And then we have the Lucky Chicken if you won in Assassin Royale during the St. Patrick's Day event. And again, now we have this one by, you know, just buying it with candies. And this is the only one that is a mythic, which is pretty interesting as well. And yeah, this one is super spooky. I never thought we would get a chicken that is spookier than evil chicken. But, you know, here we are. So yeah, guys, it is pretty cool to see chickens come back in Assassin because we have not gotten a new rubber chicken for over a year. So it's really cool to get another one, especially one this spooky. And again, guys, this is a limited time mythic that could end up being really rare in the future. Anyway, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. We bought everything in this candy shop, which is really nice. So I don't really know what to do with my candies now. You know, I probably could buy more of these if I wanted to, so I guess I'll work towards that. I could also get some keys if it's convenient for me. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, guys, in the next episode, we are going to go ahead and go for the Sinister Saber. Straight up, I really want to get this saber. It's really cool. I believe this saber is actually purple, so that's a first. And we also have a battle pass and stuff to look forward to. And this is only part 1, so there could be more in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Roblox Assassin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all those other things that YouTube people do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay purple.